My name is Darren, and I will be briefly going over Chapter 14, 15, and 16. Chapter 14 focused on the market as a whole. It labeled it an integrated being. By one calculation, there are now more than 1.7 billion members of the consumer class, nearly half of them in the developing world, a lifestyle and culture that became common in Europe, North America, and Japan, and a few other pockets of the world in the 20th century has now gone global. What does this mean for companies? It means companies have a need to target more than just their surrounding areas and have different marketing campaigns for different countries and cultures. Here are some consumer-related objectives Chapter 14 went over. Keeping old customers, attracting new customers, marketing new items or services, expediting complaint handling, reducing costs. Companies should also keep social media in the forefront of their marketing campaigns. Blogs, tweets, and Instagram pictures have proven to be very successful. In Chapter 15, we learned that what writing means to a PR professional, and it's detrimental in remembering the basics. We have to remember writing is a form of communication. All of us know how to write and speak, but public relation professionals should write and speak better than their colleagues. Communication, that is, effective writing and speaking, is the essence practice of public relations. Some tips for writing: the idea must precede the expression, don't be afraid of the draft, and simplify and clarify the message you're trying to relay. We also learned that the Flesch readability formula, according to Flesch, anyone can become a writer. He suggested that people who write the way they talk will be able to write better. Chapter 15 went over the inverted pyramid writing. It is a journalistic style of writing and Flesch an approach and action. We learned that words are precarious and shouldn't be wasted. The lead is the most critical element in writing in this style, usually answering questions concerning the who, the what, the why, the when, and the where, and occasionally how. The book also taught us news release essentials. They go in this order: rationale, focus, no puffery, quotes, company description, grammar, and punctuation. And last, is it clear to read and concise and do the facts align? Chapter 16 focused on an integrated market. The book went over the difference on marketing, media, and public relations, and here how it is broke down. Marketing, literally defined, is the selling of a service or product through pricing, distribution, and promotion. Marketing ranges from concepts such as free samples in the hands of consumers to buzz campaigns. Advertising, literally defined, is a subset of marketing that involves paying to place your message in more traditional media formats. Public relations, liberally defined, is the marketing of an organization and the use of an unbiased, objective, third-party endorsement to relay information about that organization's products or services. The book also went over third-party endorsement, and to me this is the most important, and we can kind of correlate that with other chapters in this book. As you remember earlier in the book, we went on to discuss the importance of getting recognized by the media. The third-party endorsement is just that. Advertising is often perceived as self-serving. People know that the advertiser not only created the message, but paid for it as well. Publicity, on the other hand, generally carries no stigma. So when a company gets a celebrity or the news to cover their product, it's generally met with success. However, there can be detrimental factors, for example, Subway and hiring of Jared. Cause-related marketing is important to learn in this chapter as it shows you how the consumer spending power can shape our market for the better. Such examples would be for Gordon Food Service, bringing on Square Roots and their 21st century, more modern way of farming and saving land. Another one would be Thrive and paying third world countries livable U.S. wages. Social media marketing is the new buzz. 23% of Fortune 500 companies have a corporate blog, 62% of Fortune 500 companies have an active corporate Twitter account, and just 58% of Fortune 500 companies have a corporate Facebook page. This was just a brief synopsis of Chapter 14, 15, and 16, and I hope you enjoyed it.